Hello students, today we'll discuss harmful microorganisms. Students, the microorganisms that cause diseases are called pathogens or germs. So students, to cause disease, the germs have to first enter our body, and they can enter our body in different ways, like through air, through food and water, through direct contact, through insect, and through cuts and wounds. So students, for example, through air, when a person suffering from common cold or flu sneezes, coughs, or spits, germs are released in the air. A healthy person breathing this air can get infected, and some diseases that spread through air are common cold, flu, chickenpox, mumps, tuberculosis, measles, and polio. And students, some through food and water also get infected. Example: cholera, typhoid, hepatitis. These are the example of disease which transmit through food and water. And some diseases through direct contact also can transmit to our body. And with a sick person, example, ringworms, common cold, flu, chickenpox, it can transfer to a healthy person through direct contact from a diseased person. And through insects also, such as mosquitoes, insects like mosquitoes, flies, and fleas, these are carrier of germs. For example, the female Anopheles mosquito carries the malarial germs, and when it bite a healthy person, he or she can get infected with malaria. And when houseflies sit on dirt, germs stick to their bodies, and when they sit on food, they transfer the germs to the food. The person consuming the food can become sick. The female Aedes mosquito act as a carrier of dengue virus. Next one is through cuts and wounds. So example, tetanus, it can transmit from our from the diseased person to a healthy person through cuts and wounds. Now students, microorganisms also cause diseases animals and plants also. Example, animal disease like anthrax, mouth and foot and mouth disease. These are the animal diseases which caused by microorganisms. And some plant diseases like citrus canker, yellow vein mosaic, rust of wheat. These are some diseases which are also caused by microorganisms in plants. Now students, there are some diseases called communicable diseases. So what are communicable diseases? So those diseases that can spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, food, water, and direct contact are called communicable diseases. And students, there are some simple methods of limiting or preventing the spread of communicable diseases are to keep the infected person separated from others, and to advise him or her to keep a handkerchief on the nose and mouth while sneezing. And now students, microorganisms spoil food also, and microorganisms growing on food sometimes produce toxic substances, and these make the food poisonous, and consuming such food can cause a serious illness called food poisoning. And what this food poisoning is? The illness caused by food contaminated with bacteria, viruses, parasites, or toxins is called food poisoning. And infectious organisms or their toxins are the most common cause of food poisoning. Now we will discuss food preservation. Student, food preservation, the prevention of the growth of microorganisms as well as slowing the oxidation of fats that cause rancidity is called food preservation. Students, to stop food from getting spoiled because of the growth of microorganisms on it can be done by two ways. That is either by killing the microbes in the food or by stopping them from growing again. So there are so many ways to there are some common method of food preservation, and these are heating. So food to a high temperature kills microbes. For example, milk and water are boiled to kill microbes. And next is pasteurization of milk. It is consists of heating it to a high temperature of 70 degrees Celsius for about half a minute and then cooling it quickly. This kills most of the bacteria without affecting the flavor. This method was invented by Louis Pasteur. Next is cooling. To cooling, students, cooling food stops microbes from growing and reproducing and hence preserves food. A refrigerator keeps food at about 5 degrees Celsius and keep it from spoiling, and a deep freezer preserves food at below minus 18 degrees Celsius and can prevent it from getting spoiled for a few months even. Next is chemical preservatives. Chemical preservatives such as sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfite help control microbes growth, and they are used to preserve jams, squashes and ketchups. Next, by salts. Salts can be used as chemical preservatives and which check the growth of bacteria by forcing microorganisms to lose water by a process called osmosis, and it is used for preserving meat, fish, pickles, chips, etc. And sugar also. Sugar inhibits the growth of bacteria and is used as a preservatives in jams, jellies and squashes. It also makes microbes lose water by osmosis. And oil and vinegar also prevent from getting infected or spoiling. Vinegar provide an environment in which microorganisms cannot grow, and they are used to preserve vegetables and fruits, fish, meat and pickles. Next is drying or dehydration of food. So students, dehydration of food consists of removing water from it. This stops microorganisms from growing as they cannot grow without water. Cereals, pulses, spices and dry fruits are preserved by this method. And last is canning. So canning, students, after sterilizing the food, it is canned in airtight containers, and many canned food items are available in the market like Haldiram's Rasagulla and sliced pineapple, so many things. Okay students, thank you for watching.